Hey everyone, welcome to Daddy Needs Coffee. My name is Lee Stevens, science fiction author and daddy who always needs coffee. I don't have coffee at this very moment, but I've had quite a bit today. So I want to talk to you guys about something today that not a lot of writers talk about, but many go through it. So a few weeks ago I released the 6th book in my epic series called The Devil You Don't. I've been working on this book for 5 years and it was a pretty massive book. I mean, look at this. Look at this. That's ridiculous. So there are a lot of reasons why this book took a long time to write. I'm a husband and father first. I make no apologies for that. That's my priorities in life. But I also wrote 2 novels in that whole stretch. Needless to say, that's the book that everyone was kind of waiting for a while for me to release. And so to get it finished and to have it written and done, it's a pretty big deal, right? I should be elated. I should be ecstatic. And I was for a moment. But then I got down. And when I say down, I mean like I was pretty down. I was pretty depressed. Not a good place to be. So chances are if you found this video, maybe you're experiencing the same thing. Maybe you've just released a book, just had one published, or just finished writing a manuscript, and you should be thrilled beyond everything because it's finally done. And you're just kind of like, ugh, kind of discouraged, kind of depressed, kind of down. So what I want you guys to know is that what you're experiencing is something very real. It's called post-publication depression, and more writers deal with it than you think. Now, if you search online for this, you'll find a ton of different articles that talk about a ton of different reasons why people experience post-publication depression. And all of them could apply to you, right? Writers come in a lot of different makes and models, so there's no one-size-fit-all for the cause of these feelings. So if you go and find those articles and you read them, they may hit your issue right up front. All I can do is share my experiences and my feelings and what prompts that kind of depression for me after I've released a book, even one that has been a long time coming and that I'm really excited about. So on a surface level for me, when I release a book, it never quite feels like it has the impact that I want it to. I'm not talking about culturally, I'm not talking about politically, I'm talking about all those little nuggets, all those little Easter eggs that I might sprinkle throughout a book. Now, we write things for people to read them, right? And so we insert these nuggets and these little hidden things in our books that we want people to find and uncover. And you know what? Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't find them. Not for a long time, not ever. Just how it works, right? So you can't expect every little thing that you have wrote and that you have expected people to find and love and appreciate to be found or appreciated, at least not to the extent that you appreciate it. There always feels like there's something that the audience doesn't quite get or doesn't quite catch or maybe doesn't quite value as they read the book that you get or obviously catch because you wrote it or value. But you know what? That's okay because the audience can't. They will never be able to match your love for this book because you wrote this book. You put your heart and soul into this book. You're the one who put it down. So if you're holding the reader to the expectation that they're going to get everything from it that you've put into it, that's just not a realistic or really reasonable thing to expect from people who didn't write the book. Let's face it, we could talk about our books all day, every day, unrelentingly. It's just kind of how we are. We're a little bit obsessed like that. And other people may not be, but that's okay, right? Because they'll still love it, they'll still value it, they'll still appreciate that you wrote it for them to enjoy. So always remember as the author of a piece that the greatest part for you of the writing process is actually the writing process, not necessarily the reception or the things that people are going to hit you back in the realm of feedback. It's going to be the journey that you are on that's so special. That's the part of writing that really makes it worthwhile from the writer's vantage point. And that leads exactly to what I think is the real reason we deal with post-publication depression. You see, when you're finished with a book, it's done. It's over. The journey is finished. You'll never get to hang out with those characters again, at least not in that same situation that they've been in that particular book. You'll never get to experience the creation of those twists and turns that maybe you didn't even see coming. You'll never get to completely invest yourself in the emotion part of the creative process because it has been done. It's over. You're not writing these characters anymore. Okay, if it's a series, you're going to be writing these characters more, but still not in those same moments. Those moments are gone. There is no going back and recapturing that feeling. The journey is in the rearview mirror, and that's hard. No, I mean it. That's seriously hard because these characters can be like real people to you. They can actually be more real than real people to you, right? You think you know everyone in your life? Do you know what they're all thinking? Do you know exactly what they're all feeling? Do you know what they're thinking and feeling that they don't want you to think or feel? Do you know every possible response they could provide to any situation thrown at them, many of which you're considering throwing at them yourself? You can't. These people kind of exist in your head as real people whose thoughts you just get a wide open window to, so you really know them. It's kind of like losing some of your best friends, and losing friends kind of sucks. Waving goodbye to a book is kind of like going through a mourning period. There's a sadness there that you're never going to get to experience these friends again, at least not in that way. All these people whose heads you've been in and whose heads you've been thrusting onto the page are kind of just gone. It's not a very good feeling. There are, however, a few things that have helped me get through it. So I'm going to go ahead and share those with you, and hopefully some of them can be a little bit of a benefit. Now, the first thing, and probably the most important thing, to be honest, is just knowing yourself. Knowing as you near that finish line, you know what? I'm probably going to get a little bit bummed when this is over. I always warn my wife whenever I'm getting close to finishing a book, like, you know I'm going to get depressed shortly, right? And she's like, I know. And she knows me, and I know me, and I know how I tick. I know how I work. So that advanced preparation allows me to better mitigate the feelings that I'm feeling. I know as soon as this book is out, there's going to be a feeling of elation, which we would all hope for and all expect, but that feeling of elation is going to come crashing down, and you're just going to be like, eh. But if you know it's coming, it's a little bit easier to deal with, because if you know it's coming, you also know that it's going. And so as you're in the midst of this discouragement, this depression, this just down in the dumps feeling, you can also have the wherewithal to know this ride's going to end soon. I'm talking about the depressing part of it, and I'm going to be okay. So having that awareness can really carry you through this, and it also gives you permission to just be depressed. All right, sometimes we need it. Sometimes, especially as writers, especially as emotional, creative people, we have to feel those feelings to deal with them and to process them, and then to put them in their place somewhere else and just tuck them away until we need them next time, right? So just feel depressed, but know that you're feeling depressed. That's kind of an odd thing to, I think, grasp initially, but when you think about it, it really is just awareness of your emotional process, right? And if you see it as points on a line, you know, I'm here, I'm gonna be here. It's gonna be a little bit lower, probably. And I'm gonna get here, but I'm gonna come up at the end. And so that's all part of it, just being aware of yourself and aware of your feelings and aware that you're gonna get through them and everything is going to be okay. And then enjoy what you hear. Now you can appreciate the feedback that you're getting from fans. Are they gonna pick up on every little thing that you have hidden in there for them to find? No, but you know what? They're gonna tell you about their favorite moments, the things that happen to their favorite characters. They're going to tell you about the things that shocked them and stunned them. I have friends who text me at certain point. There's always a point in every book where I know I'm going to get a text. I'm going to get a bunch of texts at this point in the book. Just about every book has one of those. And so, I come to expect that, and I come to enjoy that. And understanding that even though they don't catch every single thing that you've put in there, they're going to catch the things that are really important. They're going to tell you what they love. On occasion, they even catch things that you don't. And you're like, wow, that is kind of cool, actually, that they caught that. So enjoy that. Enjoy the feeling of accomplishment and the feedback that you get. Don't hold those feelings to unrealistic expectations up here. Don't think that, everyone's going to feel the way I felt about this, but goodness, they love it. They still are going to freaking enjoy it. So you enjoy that they enjoy it. And just go through the process of discovery with them. You may not be writing it yourself at this point, but you know what? You get to imagine yourself in their shoes reading for the first time, then anticipating, man, I can't wait till they get to this part. I can't wait till I get that next text because I know where they'll be. And so that can definitely make you feel good about what you've done, even if you're in that kind of a low phase. At the end of the day, we creative types are emotional people. We swing kind of all over the place. And that's okay. So you're going to feel those great times. You're going to feel those hard times. Just got to get through it. Suck it up, buttercup. This is the life that you chose for yourself. So if you're a writer and you're battling this post-publication depression, know that you're not alone. Know that it's a common thing, more common than you think. Not many people talk about it, but you know what? It's real. It's not in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. Probably there's things right with you that you didn't know were right. Because you really should be feeling that way if you were that invested in your work and now you're leaving it behind. So yeah, nothing wrong with you. You're good. Only thing wrong with you is that you're a writer and you weren't better at math. Something that is a little less stressful. If this has helped you at all, if this is something where you've experienced it and maybe you found your own ways to handle it, leave a comment. Let people know, what helps you through this depression process if you've experienced it before. The work that you've done that has helped you get beyond this. Any little tips or insights you want, leave them there for other people to find. This is all about finding out we're not alone, right? Now, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Also, check out my books, www.epicuniverse.com. You can also find them on Amazon. Look up Dawn of Destiny by Lee Stephen. That's Stephen with a PH. And yeah, let me know some feedback. Let me know if this has helped you at all. Let me know if you've ever felt this. All right, guys and gals, y'all stay epic. I'll see y'all next time.